Entitled Karen demands I help her whilst on my lunch break. I say no. She calls corporate to complain. They take her side and discipline me. Here is the story. It's 2 p.m. today, and I am starving. I am just coming back from the fast food joint down the street, and I am walking towards the break room with my food in hand, hoping to enjoy a quiet, peaceful lunch to re-energize myself so I can continue dealing with the endless waves of snarky customers that my workplace is notorious for attracting. As I am getting to the door, this blonde woman, around her 50s, begins to follow me. I can feel her following me, and she begins to do that psst noise that is so fudging annoying. She continues about 3 times or so, but I ignore her, since, I am not a fudging dog or anything. After she realizes that I'm not going to react to her summons, the conversation goes a little something like this. Woman. Excuse me? Me. Oh, sorry, ma'am. I am on break right now. But let me get one of the other employees to help you out. At this point, I begin to reach for my walkie-talkie to call someone to the aisle for help, but she isn't having any of it. Woman. What? I will not be treated like this. I am a valued customer and I demand to be treated as such. You will provide your service to me right now, and that is that. No questions asked. Me. Ma'am, I would be happy to help you, but my lunch break is only 30 minutes and... Woman. I don't give a crap. I don't care if you're starving. The customer always comes first. At this point, I didn't even retaliate. I just turned around and ignored her as I walked into the break room with my key and shut the door behind me. She began to angrily pound on it for a few seconds until she finally stopped, presumably because a coworker came to the rescue. I later found out that she complained to the manager, and of course the manager simply brown-nosed her and told her that I would be dealt with, as an employee, should never refuse service to a customer, even if they are on break. This supposedly applies even if I call an employee over the walkie for help. Honestly, I am just venting. I am getting sick and fudging tired of this company and the management, especially the customers though. What the fudge is wrong with people, man? Update 1. Anyway, I decided to follow you guys' advice, and so I called corporate to complain that I was basically reprimanded for following policy and refusing service to a customer during my break. Of course, corporate immediately sided with me, and everything seemed like it was going to be fixed and my name would be cleared. But no, of course not. In the world of retail, things aren't always so clear-cut. Lo and behold, there's another factor here. The fudging bitch apparently called corporate herself and basically demanded that I be fired for being rude to her. Now guys, the thing is, the store has cameras. And turns out they investigated, and since the audio is not available, the only thing seen was me walking away from the woman and slamming the break room door behind me. Now, you'd think that's bad enough, right? Wrong. Guess what? I asked a supervisor, who is a longtime buddy of mine, to check the punch-in sheet. It is automatically filled in by the computer but is editable by management. Just out of curiosity. And guess what? Someone fudging deleted my break time that was logged into the system. So now, not only am I being accused of refusing service to a customer, but I am also being accused of not clocking out and leaving the premises to get food. What the fudge, guys? Was this a computer error, or did the manager really do this on purpose to save his own ass? Or does he simply not like me? We have a long history of run-ins with each other, and it is openly well known that he does not like me. But here's the thing. I will not lay down and die like a wimp. I will fudging fight this thing to the end, even if right now it seems like I have no allies. I don't know what I can do to fight this thing, but I will damn well try my hardest. Updates will follow if something new comes to light. Update 2. So basically, 2 big things happened today, and I will try to explain them in as much detail as possible. 1. I woke up bright and early and made a call to corporate. My plan here was simply to state that I needed my issue investigated further, even if it seemed like there was no problem on their end. As expected, the person on the other end of the phone told me the same thing that they had already told me the first time I had called, but then I said the magic word: subpoena. As soon as I made the calm yet firm threat, the person immediately told me to hold on for a second. He got his supervisor on the line, to whom I explained my situation once again, and he assured me that he would see into the matter. Oh, and I also asked for a way to email the president of the company, and I sent an email to him explaining my situation as well. So that was that. But I didn't stop there. See, I had another plan. I was going to catch my manager myself red-handed. You know, just in case corporate done goofs. 2. So I walk into work, and I immediately go into the manager's office. I stand in front of him, and the conversation goes like this. Me. I have to speak with you about something really important. Manager. Can it wait? I need to finish looking over these documents before 12. Me. No, it can't wait. Supervisor's name told me that my clock in and clock out time from lunch 3 days ago was not on the log. I know I punched out and in, so what happened? Manager. Huh. Weird. I'll look into it for you, alright? Me. Oh, no need. I already called corporate, and they said they'd look into it personally. At this point, I had the widest shit-eating grin I have ever had in my life. It felt good, man. Real fucking good. The manager audibly gulps at this point, no doubt shitting bricks. Manager. You know, that wasn't really necessary. You could have come to me about this first. Me. Oh, I know. But I just didn't want to waste your time, seeing as how you're always busy and all. You have more important things to do, like look over documents. At this point, he visibly begins to get annoyed by my attitude and my sarcastic tone, but I'm just enjoying it way too much. Manager. Now listen, I'm not really liking your tone right now. Me. I apologize. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a heads up in case corporate asks you any questions. You know how they are. At this point, some of you might be thinking why I said that last part. Why? Because I had a small suspicion that since he is a recently made manager, 3 months now, he probably didn't know that the system logs all deletions and re-entries. Sure, you would be told this if you become manager, but I was trying my luck at this point because A. I don't see who else could have deleted my log times, and B. If it was him who deleted them, he obviously didn't know about the fact that the deletions are tracked. So what was my endgame here? Simple. I was hoping that due to this threat about corporate, he would simply go back and add my times back onto the log. And guess what? He did just that. A couple of minutes after our conversation, he comes up to me and tells me, Manager, I found out what the problem was. There was a glitch in the system and apparently it didn't register your punches. But everything is fixed now. Your log times should be there now. Me. Wow, thanks. I appreciate it. Manager. No problem. But wait a minute. There's more. Just a couple of hours into my shift, I see the manager leaving the store, angrily slamming the manager office's door on his way out. When I asked my supervisor buddy what had happened, the conversation went like this. Me. Dude, why is he so angry? Supervisor. I don't know. He was with corporate on the phone for a few minutes, and then he asked me why I told you that the time logs were missing. Hold up, let me find out. So my supervisor runs out the front doors to catch up with my manager. They talk for a while outside, after which my manager gets into his car and angrily drives off. Then my supervisor comes back inside, walks up to me and says, Supervisor, dude, I'm sorry to tell you this, but he's fudged. Corporate found evidence of data tampering in the punch-in log. Apparently he deleted your times yesterday and added them back today this morning to cover his ass. Me. Wow. Supervisor. Yep. Me. How didn't he know about the system's ability to track that stuff? Supervisor. I don't know, man. So there's that. He will probably get fired and I will probably, well, keep my job. I could not have done without you guys, or your support, and I certainly could not have come up with half of the ideas or thought processes that got me out of this hole. And for those of you saying that I should have just let it be instead of causing more problems, no. That is not how you do things when someone is trying to fudge with your life.